You grow up a bit damaged or broken, then you have some success, but you don't know how to feel good about the work you're doing or the life you're leading. The quality of life is so different in France. There is the possibility of living a simple life. I would never contemplate raising my daughter in LA. I would never raise any child there. As a teenager, I was so insecure. I was the type of guy that never fitted in because he never dared to choose. I was convinced I had absolutely no talent at all. For nothing. And that thought took away all my ambition too. If you love two people at the same time, choose the second. Because if you really loved the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. We're all damaged in our own way. Nobody's perfect. I think we're all somewhat screwy. Every single one of us. Simplicity, that's what I want. It's been a rare commodity for me for a number of years, but I enjoy being able to hang out with my girl, read the newspaper, and sit back and start to read a book by someone I admire, like Lawrence Krauss or Christopher Hitchens. And that's it, simplicity, where the game of Hollywood doesn't exist. I started out printing silk screen t-shirts. I sold ink pens. I worked construction. I worked at a gas station. I pumped gas. I was a mechanic for a little bit. I went into sewers, down into sewer lines. I had a lot of somewhat unpleasant gigs for a time there. With any part you play, there is a certain amount of yourself in it. There has to be, otherwise it's just not acting. It's lying. You use your money to buy privacy because during most of your life you aren't allowed to be normal. If there's any message to my work, it is ultimately that it's okay to be different, that it's good to be different, that we should question ourselves before we pass judgment on someone who looks different, behaves different, talks different, is a different color. Breathe. It's only a bad day, not a bad life. When you have children, there is no room for lies, no room for anything but the truth. Anything other than that is a bad example, I believe. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. People cry, not because they are weak. It is because they've been strong for too long. Life's pretty good, and why wouldn't it be? I'm a pirate, after all. I like the challenge of trying different things and wondering whether it's going to work or whether I'm going to fall flat on my face. The only gossip I'm interested in is things from the weekly world news, woman's bra bursts, 11 injured. That kind of thing. I think everybody's weird. We should all celebrate our individuality and not be embarrassed or ashamed of it. There's definitely healing properties to being in proximity to the ocean and that breeze. There's something about that Caribbean climate and humidity. I'm shy, paranoid, whatever word you want to use. I hate fame. I've done everything I can to avoid it. I always wanted to be a character actor rather than the poster boy that they tried to make me 100 years ago. An actor has a degree of responsibility to change for the audience, to give them something new each time, to surprise and not bore them. There's a drive in me that won't allow me to do certain things that are easy. I think the thing to do is to enjoy the ride while you're on it. There are 4 questions of value in life. What is sacred? Of what is the spirit made? What is worth living for, and what is worth dying for? The answer to each is the same. Only love.